Hi, Victory Village. It is I, as promised. I am back. Sitting in my office, as you guys can see, the dungeon, I like to call it. I don't know why I come live all the time and I have the stupid light on in the back. As if you guys need more light. My head is itching. Okay, so my uncle is doing good. His stress test, it was good. He said that he was up in the 90s. He stayed highly elevated, highly energized. They gave him food to eat in the middle of the test, and everything looks good. So I'm excited for that. And then I get home, and one of my friends in my sister circle had to go to the emergency room. Her name is Doreen. If you watch her on YouTube, she's the die cut lady. So definitely want to keep her in our prayers because, that's my girl, 5 years and running. Met online. She's been here to see me in Alabama way before the pandemic. Hi, Joshua. And oh my gosh, like she just has to be okay. So I'm sitting here like waiting for results. And I said, well, let me go live. Yes, you are first. Thank you for being the first. I said, let me go live and tell everybody about the membership because I know you guys are probably wondering what's with the membership button. So I have to reiterate what I said earlier today. She's going to be okay. She said she was having shortness of breath, which has happened before. Um, so we're just going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see what happens. So, anywho, I did a live stream earlier for the day shift. I have a day shift and then I have a night shift. So sometimes I have to come on in the day and the night so everybody can get the 411 on everything. But I had a ridiculous day today. I came home, I did get some rest, but y'all know me, I cannot, stay still. I have to be doing something. That is possible because she's a diabetic, just like my uncle. So it is possible that she needs more fluids. Um, Man, I'm telling you, today, catastrophe day. I'm still like reeling from my rant I had earlier today because people, I don't know, I guess today people on YouTube or people from YouTube are bored. They need something to do, maybe. I don't know. But I got to tell y'all what happened. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to turn this light out. It's bothering me. So for those of you who don't know, yeah, that's a little bit better. I'm messing with my umbrella light up top. It's like glaring down at me. So I hope this is okay for you guys. Diabetic means overweight, fat, or skinny. My uncle is at a pretty good size. He's lost like 20 pounds. I would have to say he may be like 180, and he's taller than me. I'm 5'7", so he looks proportioned. Miss Doreen, she's not overweight either. So I'm not really, I don't know. Diabetics, they have all types of different problems. Some of them just need insulin. Like my uncle, I have to give him insulin shots every day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I've even met some people at the diabetic clinic who were born with diabetes. And I just don't understand diabetes at all. Like, I just don't. I don't get it. So, anywho, so many things to talk about. Okay, so if you guys did not hear my rant from earlier today, the drama is still going on. Let me tell y'all. So I had some people, silently address me, not like coming to me, to my face, but you know how folks do, they talk to other people and this, that, and the third. And I just, I have been labeled as not a good supporter, of my YouTube friends, but you can't really call them friends because they're not friends anymore, or maybe they never were. I don't know. But in any case, I am, a YouTuber, and I'm also a blogger, and I'm also a podcaster. So I stay pretty busy. I'm also a caregiver for my uncle. I'm also a minister. I have a lot of hats to wear every day. And these people think that I just am trash because I don't watch their channels. I watch people's channels when I can. Okay. I'm also a mentor. I'm teaching other people about YouTube off of YouTube. Like I have my own, website for that. Blessings, Candy. Thank you so much. Anyway, I decided, oh my God, it's a text from Doreen. You guys, I got a text. Hold on. Let me see what she said. She said, I'm okay, just waiting to see if they are going to keep me. We're all sending prayers and love. Just keep me informed. I know you're going to be okay. I love you, sis. All right. So far, so good, y'all. Woo-hoo. My girl's going to be okay. She's all right. She texts me back. So I'm happy about that now. But anyway, people just don't seem, some people just don't seem to get it. It's like, this is not a hobby for me. This is my job. I'm at work right now. As you see me and I'm communicating with you guys, this is my job. I have like a bunch of paperwork over here, my notebook, um, where I keep all of my notes and things. Well, this is a new one that I just made, so I can keep all of my notes and stuff like that for YouTube and write down my ideas. And I also have to check my email and check my comments and all that kind of stuff. Check the community tab to see what you guys want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to talk about. But I've also decided that I'm going to incorporate some different topics instead of just current events and current news. I think that topics that people want to talk about are super important. And I'm going to keep my interviews on my podcast just because I interviewed some people a couple of times on this channel and it didn't go well. So I was like, okay, never mind. They don't want to see me interviewing anybody, so that's fine. It's totally fine. So I'm learning, what my audience like and what my audience doesn't like, and that means that I have to put time in. This is a job. You have things to do all the time. And then I'm following the Tim Norman's case, which is huge. It made national news, and so I have to check the airwaves every single day, for Tim Norman. Now, I know that Tim Norman is actually not going to court for 3 months, but it doesn't mean that other things won't be found in the process. So I have to keep, looking on those things and looking for that. And it's just like super important, to have all of this stuff. While I am doing, all of that, I have my new membership, which you can be a member of Twanna Y'vette Speaks for $2.99, $2.99 a month, which is super cheap. But I decided to make that my first go around because my website for VIP memberships is $2.99. So I thought, you have a pick. You can either go to the website or you can come here. But that means that YouTube wants me to have exclusive content for the masses, for you guys. So that's a plus in itself, that YouTube is actually paying attention to me and they're like, would you like to create some other content? What that means is I do not have to participate with Patreon. And I know a lot of people started with Patreon before they got their memberships, but I prefer to leave all my content here. I prefer that. Hey, Mia, girl, what's up? I prefer to leave everything here on this channel because it makes it easier for me. My work day, if I can have everything, located on one space, and then my website connected, it just makes it easier for me. So I'm excited about the membership, and I thought, well, let me come live just in case anybody wants to sign up. I got my first member today, so I was excited about that. Yay! I got my first member. I am official. Yes, I am on my way. I have goals. Like my goal is to be YouTube royalty. Like I'm not even kidding. Like I need to be the Iyanla Van Zant of YouTube. I like a mixture between Oprah and Iyanla Van Zant with a little bit of Kelly Ripa. Hey, Tanya. Tanya Turner is in the house. And as I promised, my moderator, anybody who, like, I'm serious, the first 10 to 15 people who sign up under my membership, that is my moderator team. So I went in because a lot of people that I used to have listed as a moderator, they're not even here. Like I don't know what happened to those people. Like I don't know if they're still watching. A lot of them used to be YouTubers and they're not anymore. And so, hey, it is what it is. So I'm like, whatever. But I'm going to have some more polls coming up on my YouTube channel so that you guys can, you can tell me what you want to see, what kind of exclusive stuff you want to see for the membership and all that good stuff. YouTube, the business of YouTube, I'm definitely going to add some of that in there because a lot of people think this is like, so easy and it's really not. And, my rant this morning, oh my God, I feel so much better. But I must say that I do love teaching YouTube. Like I really love teaching about YouTube. I just don't want to build a channel around it. I mean, you never know. I might on my second channel. I don't know. But I like this channel the way it is. You know what I mean? I love talking to you guys. I love bringing really important topics to the forefront. And instead of interviewing people, I would love to have some of you come on and be a co-host for a day. Like I might do a co-host, once a week. Thank you, girl. The migraine tried to get me. So I had to pray that away. I took my migraine medication and my doctor took me off of my blood pressure medication, which I'm happy about, but I'm also concerned because I don't want to have to get back on it. So I'm watching what I eat. Because number one, I have to lose weight. And number two, I don't want to be codependent upon medication all the time. I know. And I never go live in the daytime. I always wait until at night because then Uncle Lucas settled down and he's watching his favorite television shows and stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like it was live this morning. I love the topics that we came up with. That right there is a live stream to me. Like that's a true live stream. We had stuff to talk about. Child, if y'all did not check this morning's live stream, you need to check it out because it was everything. But right now, while you guys are checking out my membership, for those of you who watch reality TV, if you are a fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Potomac, first of all, it was the season finale of Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Me, myself, and I'm just gonna say it because I don't know how to beat around the bush. I lost a little respect for Karen Huger. She flat out lied. She flat out told a lie. She did. She flat out told a lie that Monique was not invited to her party when in fact she was invited to her party. She asked Monique to show up to her party early, but she also asked Candace to show up early, knowing full well that Monique has already jumped on Candace physically and has threatened to get her again if they're ever in the same vicinity. I don't know if Karen, she forgot that she did this or she did it on purpose Was she trying to get them together so they could work some things out? Or was she setting Candace up to get jumped on again? I don't know. But I have always been Team Karen. And now I'm kind of on the fence. I need to wait to the reunion so I can actually see what her motives were and what was going on. Because I just really, woo, them backstabbing friends. And I don't want to feel like a woman that's over 50 that's supposed to be the wisdom of that, unity of that reality television show to backstab somebody that she claims to have their back. Karen claims to have Candace's back. And I can't tell because it seems like you're riding for Monique. It seems like you're riding for the hood chick. And then we come upon the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which came on first. I, for one, am so excited because loudmouth Nene Leakes is gone. I hope she doesn't come back. I hope the Lord heard our prayers. I'm trying to let y'all know it was a totally different show Sunday night with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was totally different. It was totally different. And I loved every minute of it. And not having to worry about someone overshadowing and over talking everybody, not having to, well, if you like Nene, you can't like Kenya. And if you like Kenya, you can't like this person. No. So girl, Mia, it was so like Black women should behave. I was there for it all. I'm telling you, I got my tea. I was like, yes, honey. Everybody was ready for Nene to go. And I did say this, that if Nene was to return this season, I was not going to watch the show. There had been talk that Fakeshra, aka Phaedra Parks, was going to come back on the show. Now, I saw her with her little boyfriend on Marriage Boot Camp. Why are you on Marriage Boot Camp with a boy toy that's like half your age or whatever? Phaedra, the lawyer that used to be on The Real Housewives. If she had came back, I definitely wasn't going to watch the show. Definitely was not. Kenya is still the villain, but for some reason, I just feel, I'm Team Kenya because I feel for her. I went through a divorce. I've been divorced for like 5 years. So I know how divorce is. It can rip you apart. And that's one of the subjects that I wanted to talk about, on this channel was, when you go through a divorce, because people always want to label us as bitter Black woman. She's like just the angry, mad Black woman. We have reasons to be mad, especially when you go through a divorce. When you get married, Kenya was saying this on the show. When you get married, you really mean it's forever. You don't get married for money. You don't get married for fame. You don't get married for any other reason except for I love you and I want you to love me and we're going to build this life together. And when that's broken, when that commitment is broken, when that commitment is shattered for one reason or another, you know what I'm saying? We do get mad. Women are totally different from men. And that's the way God made us. And I just feel like, yeah, Kenya's going through a lot and you shouldn't be picking with her. You should be supportive, and there's no line drawn in the sand, as to, okay, well, I was supported 5 times. My name is Nene Leakes and I was supported 5 times and that's all she's getting. Like, no, that's not how this works. Friendship doesn't work like that. And maybe you did something that was so foul that she needs you to step up and, show that you can be a friend and you can be trusted. Like nobody's going to beg for your friendship. You should offer that up because you're supposed to treat people like you want to be treated. She really wants to have a family. Exactly. She wants to have a family. She's got the baby. Nobody wants to lose their husband, especially when you have children together. Nobody really wants that. You know what I mean? Like that's ridiculous to say that a woman, especially a black woman, would want that. Yes, I want the baby, but the husband can go. Yeah, no, you want him to act right. And you want him to be a good husband and you want him to be a good father. And I just feel like Mark Daly was not good for Kenya. He played a role. Kenya married his representative. That's what happened. Kenya married the representative. And then after those 6 months or after that year or whatever, the real Mark Daly came out. When he was on the show the last time and he had his little, benefit program, and he made that statement first that he hated being married, and then second that, oh, these people will never see me again. Like, I felt like at that moment, for me, being the woman I am, I would have given him his wish. Well, then that's fine. I don't need to be with you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? If you're not happy with me, I don't want to keep a man who doesn't want to be kept. So if you want to go, kick rocks. I can do bad by myself. I mean, life is too short. Life is so short. When you look at everything, we're promised what, 70, 75 years on this earth, saith the Lord. And then, for us to get that them golden years, when we go over, like my uncle's 85 years old, your body gets tired, you get weary, you keep pushing, for your family, and you keep having faith and you keep holding on. Hey sis, oh my God, are you okay? What are you doing? You're supposed to be resting. You guys, Doreen is in the building, which means she's okay. Prayer works. Uh, Mia says, right, I think he used her to get his platform out there. I do too. I feel like it was all, oh, you're waiting to see what they're going to do. Okay. Well, you feel fine if you're in one of my live streams. Because it can get lit over here. So. But I agree with you, Mia. I agree that I feel like he didn't get married to Kenya because he was in love with Kenya. He got married to Kenya because she was, and she is, in the public's eye. Okay. And he saw a cash cow. And he said, if I get married to her, my business is, going to go through the roof. And she married him because she thought, oh, well, he's on my financial level. He's not going to, try to get my money. He has his own business and, he's handsome and he probably treated her like gold. But listen, the quality is a lot better than the quantity. You can spend 6 weeks with a person, and if that time that you're spending with that person is quality time, meaning that you're getting to know this person's likes and their dislikes and their favorite things and their deal breakers, and how compatible they are with you, it's a lot better than spending 6 months with somebody and all y'all do is go out to dinner and a movie and you never have any heartfelt conversation. You need to get to know the person that you're spending time with instead of just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Kenya probably thought she was doing that with this guy, but at the end of the day, he had an ulterior motive. And that was to get his name out there. So now that he's done that, and the payoff was Kenya wants a baby, I'm going to give her a baby. And she went through all these shots and all this medical stuff to even have a miracle baby. Now the baby's here. And you're like, well, I love the baby, but I just don't want Kenya. Meanwhile, Kenya is suffering. So I'm team Kenya because, I feel for anybody going through a divorce and yes, Kenya is up there in age. Like, we're close in age. I wouldn't dare dream of having a kid at my age. Are you kidding me? Kill myself. Woo-hoo. No. Oh, thank y'all for the thumbs up. I'm sorry. I got 6 thumbs up, but it's 13 people in the house. So I need y'all to hit that thumbs up because y'all know you love me and I love you back. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And for those of you who want to be members, there's exclusive content waiting on my members that other people will not be able to see. and I will do one live stream a week for members only, maybe two, depending on my schedule. But I know that there are some things that we're going to talk about. Um, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to poll my members here on YouTube to see what they want to talk about so that, we can get that underway. Because I definitely don't want people to join my YouTube community for $2.99 and not get anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's less than a cup of coffee. Some people were saying I should have, what are you going to get out of $2.99 a month? I'm like, it's not about that. It's about accountability. You guys can hold me accountable. And there are things that you guys have asked for, like my membership will include a Bible study a week. My membership will include, personal stuff. So I may not even need a second channel for real, because there are people in the community who want other things for me, but overall, I may not even be able to do that on my regular channel for regular subscribers, just because they don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I do have to give YouTube a thumbs up for creating the members only, but at the same time, I don't want to exclude anybody, and I want everybody to get what they want. That's how you grow your audience. You take a poll, you ask questions, you take everybody's stuff into consideration, you make a way for them to communicate with you outside of YouTube. These things are important. And so my audience, to me, my audience is important because this I do full time. Candy, is anyone else buffering? Are you guys buffering? I hope not. And Mia, I agree. What goes around comes back around. And he knew, he knew what she had been through, and he also knew what he was doing. And you know what? Awful, awful man. Thumbs down. Candy Burris. Candy was the star of the show. Love Candy. She is always, here for making the money, and she's always there for her children. And I just think that her and Cynthia, they make the show for me because they represent us as women and us as Black women better than anybody else on the show. I haven't seen you in so long. Welcome. Welcome back to the village, honey. Thank you, doll. Thank you so much, y'all. Anna is a dancer. Y'all should check her out. Are you still making videos, Anna? Candy be working. Oh, thank you. I did it yesterday. I had to do some things. I'm kind of get tired of combing my hair. I do. I don't have time to comb hair right now. I'm busy. So I'm busy, and you know what I'm saying? I just need to have something that's real easy. I just need to get up and do you not dance? You had praise dance on your channel one time. I think probably that's what it was. I think that's what it was. So you're not the dancer. It was just your content. It was just your video. Because I was about to send some people over there. Thank you. It didn't even take that long. It only took me like 2 hours to do this hairstyle. And I was glad of that because, me and these nails, we don't really get along well when I have to do stuff. But anyway, staying on topic. Candy does, she's all about that money. Cynthia has Mike now. She raised a beautiful daughter. The cohabitation between Cynthia and the children, I can't wait to see now that Cynthia and Mike are married. Like, that's just, and that Steve Harvey made a match that actually stuck. I don't know how the other people are doing that Steve Harvey, put together, but Cynthia and Mike, they're a beautiful couple, and I love it. Her wedding was beautiful. I hope that they show it on the show. I don't know if they will or not, but I hope so. New to the channel, connect with your host. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't forget, you guys, if you decide to become a member of Twanna Y'vette Speaks for $2.99 a month, you do have admin privileges. Just to throw that out there. Did you fire all of your mods? Just about. Well, I didn't fire them, but YouTube gave me my membership button. So I'm going to give my first 10 or 15, you know, but you don't have anything to worry about, Doreen, because you're my ride or die. So, you will get your blue wrench. Hey, Shawana, welcome to the village, girl. How you doing? What did I tell y'all? I got a daytime crew and I got a nighttime crew. And something else that I found out, you guys, that I did not notice before, but I think it's a recent thing. It's a 2020 thing, that when you are on YouTube and you do a live stream, it automatically comes up as monetized. Hey, TSM Rapper, stop by to show some respect. Mwah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, you guys, are you? I don't blame you. I need to get some Lysol, like some sanitizing spray or something, because I'm out. But I did get a lot of cleaner over the weekend. So I'm down with you. I dry mopped my floor. I sprayed everything down. I got bottles of alcohol. So I have alcohol and I have hand sanitizer in my purse. Because when you have like the shopping cart, I don't see every. I can spray my hands and I can spray the cart because I just don't. You know what I'm saying? They have so many things to do and they clean so fast. And so I just look, I'm overprotective. I'm like that in flu season anyway. If there's a flu season to be found, trust and believe. I got zinc, I got vitamin C, I got a multivitamin. Ma'am, I'm spraying everything down with alcohol. I don't need to catch anybody's anything. And I feel like our community is 25% lighter because everybody has like caught this thing, and we have buried so many friends and so many family this year, so many family members. Right. I don't care what kind of bacteria it is. It's got to go. Candy says we'll have to catch the rest of the live later, as it won't stop buffering and I can't hear. Oh, I'm sorry. Bye, Candy. I'm so sorry. Is anybody else buffering? I hope not. There's like a spot on there's a spot on my computer. I don't like that. Okay. As long as it's not, but Candy, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Go out and come back in and see if that works. Me buffering comes and goes. I don't usually get buffering if I use StreamYards, but the problem is the playback. The playback on my StreamYards sucks. I mean, it is really bad. So I don't even fool with it. I don't even fool with it. I do not. I don't even fool with it. But which member was I talking about? We talked about Cynthia. We talked about Candy. We talked about Nene being gone. Portia. Portia got arrested because she was a part of the protest. She was being proactive and having peaceful protests. And so, she did a good deed. I thought that was, a big portion of the storyline. And I'm glad she learned about the Underground Railroad, in which there was no real train and no real train tracks. The Underground Railroad was something totally different. So I'm glad that she finally, picked up a history book and learned about that. I was concerned. For a long time, her nickname was the Underground Railroads. I was like, surely she can't be that dense, pretty girl. But I don't know, you guys. I'm joking around and being funny, but when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't see Portia as a good fit. Portia's like a little chihuahua. Her storyline is just and I don't see her and that guy getting married. I think that she's kind of like Kenya. She got her baby, but the men that they chose, the men that they chose to be in relationships with. And I'm glad that, Portia put on the brakes because, she sees that man's shenanigans. And so I'm glad that Portia's like, I don't think the hot dog king is marriage material. I'm hoping that her brain continues to work in that, area, because he cheated once already. I mean, you knew you were having a baby with Portia, Hot Dog King. You started cheating before you even said I do. You don't even want to live in Portia's house. He said he can't live there, but to kick him out. Well, you shouldn't be shacking up anyway. Mia said I had to pray for her. Kenya and Portia have a lot in common. They do. That's why they should be friends. Both of them are loud. Both of them like to throw shade. And I think that's what was wrong with them in the beginning, is that Portia is a younger version of Kenya in a way, because both of them are headstrong. Both of them, like to throw shade. They like to pick at people. Kenya's just older. And, I would like Kenya to be the voice of reason on the show. But I know that Candy, has taken that role instead of being messy. Now Candy is on the show as a voice of reason. And so is Cynthia, because if I'm not mistaken, Cynthia might be older than Kenya. I'm not sure. But I know that Cynthia is in her 50s and she looks amazing. Like, she looks incredible. Like, I'll be 50 next year, and I hope I look as half as good as Cynthia. Like, Cynthia, she got it going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's taking good care of herself for to be in her 50s. So, okay, girl. I don't think Kenya's in her 50s yet. The last age check I did, Kenya was like 47 or something. So I don't know how old Kenya is right now, but she's in her late 40s, early 50s, something somewhere around. But she looks great too. Kenya said that she gained 30 pounds during the pandemic and she still looks amazing. I know she's going to lose the weight because she loves to work out. So we don't have anything to worry about there. I think everybody gained some weight. Cynthia said she gained 20 pounds. I can't tell. But then Kenya was like, I gained 30 pounds, and she's got the baby and she's in the pandemic, and they had to be held quarantine. You look like late 30s, early 40s. Well, thank you. Thank you, sis. I appreciate. I'm trying. I'm trying. If y'all hear that buzzing over there, it is my phone. It spits out news for me so I can check it and see if it's anything I need to report. Did you see the show? I watched the Atlanta Housewives Sunday and I watched Potomac, and the Real Housewives of Potomac, I think for me was the worst. Thank you, Shawana. I did it yesterday. I did it last night. Thank you so much. I don't know, y'all. I can't really get with all of the reality shows, but I like the Housewife franchise. Now, the Housewives of Salt Lake City, I don't even think I'm going to get caught up in that because it's just a hot mess. It's a very hot mess, and I just don't think that show is for me. It's all I can do to keep up with Potomac and the Housewives. So the Housewives, this is their season, and Potomac, their reunion is coming up next Sunday, I think. So we're definitely gonna have to talk about the reunion because I know it's gonna be a whole mess that comes out in the wash. And I hope that Monique stays in her seat. And this is what I want to say. And let me just say this. Monique's husband, he should have kept his seat and he should have stayed out of Monique's business because regardless, Monique was in the wrong all day, every day. She should not have put her hands on Candace. Candace did everything she could to defend herself. And then the girls got in between them because nobody wanted to see them fight. Monique was walking around the building talking about she was going to get Candace and she was going to kill Candace and all this kind of stuff. And Karen made mention to people heard Karen when she said, if it was me, I would have been seeking legal action. That's what she said. I know she was trying to be a friend to both of the ladies, but at the end of the day, I just felt really bad, not for Karen, but the way that she handled the situation. I don't like that. But And I tried to be Team Monique. When she first came on to Potomac, I tried to be Team Monique. But there is something about that girl. And let me tell you something else. This is another thing that made me drop Monique like a hot potato. The way that she used Christianity, and she used going to a counseling session with her pastor, and then she turned around and made a song on how she beat Candace in that restaurant. Did you consult your pastor when you made the song Drag Queens? You consulted your pastor, and you knew at that moment you should have gotten up and went to Candace and apologized. If she didn't answer the phone, you should have sent her a text message. You could have met in a public place. You know, you and your husband could have met Candace and her husband if you thought it was going to be some drama. You had every opportunity before Candace went and seeks legal action, and you did not. So to turn around and counter sue, and then on top of that, talk trash on the end, make a song. You went in the studio and spent time and made a song about dragging Candace. You didn't consult your pastor when you did any of that. That right there was the reason I dropped Monique. You don't do that. That's what you don't do. But you consulted your pastor and you found out that you just, you were so hurt, your childhood of being bullied this whole time. Oh my God. And they made fun of me in school and blah, blah. We were all bullied in school. Okay. But you're an adult now. You don't go around. I mean, some things that you just don't harbor. Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that. You are grown with a whole husband and a whole children and a stupid bird in a big old house that you need to be a governess over. Holding and harboring years old. At some point in time, you need to grow up and grow out of that. Okay? The makeup in me says grow up and glow up. And when I tell you her husband was so ashamed, but I know he's trying to save face because when the reunion comes, he's getting smart with everybody. And I just feel like these people, yes, that bird is stupid, T'Challa. You got a brand new baby, and then you brought a bird into the house calling the bird your baby. Are you kidding me right now? Who does stuff like that? Like, girl, bye. No, I'm not Team Monique. She lost my vote. If anything, I feel like Monique is not a good fit for the show, and I think she should leave. As a matter of fact, when Portia attacked Kenya on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I thought that Portia should have been fired as well. That right there should draw some stuff in the line. Hey, Vern. Yay! Thanks, boo. Let me give you your wrench, girl. Boom. Okay. Yes, honey. Y'all get ready for that exclusive content, and all that is going down in a major way over here, honey. Yes, indeed. See, when you sow seeds of goodness into someone, you get something in return. I appreciate y'all. Now, I said my piece on the matter. I think these people should have been fired from the Real Housewives franchise. I feel like that should be a rule of thumb. As a matter of fact, when Sheree tugged Kim's wig back in the day, she probably should have been let go because you just don't put your hands on people. But she lost. She got off the show anyway. They tried to bring her back, but she just doesn't have a storyline. So I don't think she'll be back. I don't think Phaedra will be back. I don't think Phaedra should have even been a thought, for her to come back to the Real Housewives just because of the lie that she told on her best friend, Candy. I thought Candy was your friend. I thought y'all were best friends. And then you made up a lie, and then you drug Portia's dumb behind in on the lie, and now everybody's upset. So no, I don't think she should come back. There has to be a line. There has to be a line. You need to draw a line. Like, you can't do this. This is a deal breaker. This right here will get you released from your contract type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Kim Zolciak Biermann should have ever came back on the show. She's not a good fit. And it's not because of her race. I just feel like Kim, first of all, she's Botoxed her face to death. Now her children are doing the same thing to their bodies. They're adults, I guess. You can do what you want to do, but that's being a poor representation. It's not all about vanity. Grow old gracefully. Why would you do that to your face? You look crazy. Kim Zolciak Biermann looks crazy. Like, how do you get your face to go back to the way it was? Can you do that? Can you undo this stuff? I'm serious. Like, I'm concerned for Kim. Yes, she's Botox to death. I just feel like girl, what's really going on? Her lips look like the helium when it goes out of a balloon, and then when the balloon is like, depleted, it's just mush. Like, why? Why? And your children are so young. Why on God's green earth? And some of the stuff that Kim's children would wear around Kim. My mother would beat me into the middle of next year. Put some clothes on, for God. Ever bring Kim back to the show. She needs to stay on her 30-minute segment, Tardy for the Party, and leave her alone. Do not bring her back. There are some new people that are coming on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't wait to see who this person or these people are. I have a feeling that they look familiar, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay, but we'll see. And I'm waiting on that doggone reunion, because Candace's husband and Ashley's husband got into it. Now Ashley's husband says did I call him a she? He said that Candace's husband is going to jail because he's going to press charges. But weren't you just caught in a hotel with a woman? And before that, didn't you pinch some of the husband's butt in last season's clips, rubbing up against producers and cameramen and whatnot? You reap what you sow. Stop putting your hands on other people's men. Those menses are not your menses. You're married to a missus, as a matter of fact. So you probably should be worried about your wife and now 2 children instead of rubbing up against somebody else. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think that Ashley is a fool. My husband shows up on the newspaper, shows up on the blogs, in his drawers, in a hotel room. When you get back to the house, your stuff is packed and on the front porch, sir. That's a deal breaker. You ain't fixing to embarrass me like that. No, you got to go. And yes, he is a weirdo and a freak, and you got to go. Lips, hips, all that. Bye. These people are crazy. And you can't blame it all on the world of reality TV, because everybody doesn't act like that. Everybody does not act like Kenya ain't getting stuff Botox. Cynthia ain't getting stuff Botox. Candy ain't getting stuff. They're not putting their hands on each other. Now, I will say this. I have to go Team Cynthia when she kicked Portia on the boat in the earlier seasons, because Kenya, no, not Kenya, Underground Railroad, Portia, she should have kept her hands to herself. That was disrespectful. Cynthia is not your equal. She is older than you. So you need to be respectful. The same thing with Kenya. Kenya probably wouldn't be picking with Portia so much if Portia would stay in her place. And I think that Portia is really upset about everything because she lost her husband, Cordell, or whatever his name is. And people were saying that he was gay and that she was just a cover up. I don't know how true that is, but at the end of the day, You should have been more concerned about your marriage and making it work than being a housewife on a television show. Anyway, it seems like when she got her divorce, she went buck wild. I just don't have a whole lot of respect for Underground Railroad. I don't. You too old to be twerking. Underground Railroad is 40, ain't she? Underground Railroad is 40 years old and she's still twerking. Was she so is he gay for real? Because I don't keep up with Cordell. I'm not a sports person. I don't know what he got going on. Yes, packed in the middle of the road, not nowhere on my lawn. No, your stuff goes from in a bag, a garbage bag, or whatever kind of bags you got, the front porch, and then I'm gonna just kick it in the middle of the road, and you can pick your stuff up as you drive by my house because you no longer live here. The doors are locked, and the locks have been changed. And you can take the drawers that you had on when you met that chick in the hotel and the chick that you met in the hotel, and y'all can ride off. Bye bye. I'll mail you the divorce papers. But you're not going to embarrass me on national TV like that. And Underground Railroad should have been ashamed of herself, the way that she's been acting and all the alcohol that she's been getting into. And now Underground Railroad and Tanya are being accused of having sex with a stripper. Girl. Ooh. Vern said, I will say, I think they are very loose women and sleep around, but they have made beautiful children. They do have nice kids. I ain't gonna lie. Mia, at the neighbor's doghouse, you can stay. If you're a cheater, you deserve to be in the doghouse anyway. And then Ashley said, oh, well, I can't really get mad at him because, we've had threesomes before. I just don't want him to be with somebody without me. But now I'm different. Girl, I know she's the youngest person on the show, but were you there in the hotel room? No. Okay, well, you got cheated on. He said, I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. Use a lie. Use a lie. And he said the chick that took him to the hotel room, she's the one that snapped the picture. So she snapped the picture. First of all, Michael, or whatever your name is, Grandpa, Ashley's granddaddy, because you're old enough to be Ashley's granddaddy. Ashley's granddaddy, you shouldn't have even been in the bar. Where was the baby? Was the baby at home with the nanny? Why can't you keep your hands to yourself and your penis in your pants? Why? Why can't you just keep your pants on? Don't nobody want to see your drawers? That's not of God. Y'all ain't saved though, so they ain't saved. Mr. YouTube, hello. Welcome. Stripper plus COVID equals disaster. Listen, Ashley's granddaddy husband was in the hotel room, draws all out, tidy whities, and you shouldn't even been in that situation. That's the thing. I don't care if you cheated or not in the sense of physical things going on, or you were just so drunk that you went to sleep. I don't care. You's nasty, Ashley's granddaddy husband, and you need to go on. Ashley is stupid. I know what she's thinking, though. Thank you, Mr. YouTube Streets. I know what Ashley's thinking. Ashley is saying that I have these babies, by my husband, and I don't want a broken home. But one day, these children are going to grow up, and they're going to see all the shenanigans that y'all did on the reality show, number one. And number two, somebody's going to catch granddaddy husband, and the kids are going to be affected by it. And they're probably going to be like, Mom, why do you stay married to granddaddy husband? Okay. Yes. I don't know. I don't know, but it was just nasty. Vern said he is a big old Mr. Freak McNasty. He is a McNasty, and not in a good way. Like Ashley has to be in love with him, or maybe he had like a lot of money or something. I don't know, but he just ain't my cup of tea. And I'm not talking about because he's white or wherever he comes from with the accent. Like I don't know, is he Australian? Like I don't even care about race. I don't care what color you are, but you have to have some morals and some values. And I never would have had a baby with granddaddy husband because he's nasty. Period. Be careful who you have children with. His lifestyle, exactly. That's crazy for his lifestyle, and he crab offer. I don't care how much money you have, though. You're just not going to embarrass me over and over and over. And then she said the same thing this time as she said last time. Well, if it happens again, I'm gone. How many times are you going to say that? Yeah, I understood what you said, Mr. YouTube. I get it. And I totally agree. Because I don't know what kind of money she had before she met Michael or whatever his name is. Granddaddy husband. I don't know what kind of money he had or whatever, but I'm not fixing to marry nobody 30 years older than me, number one. And then number two, I don't want anything to do with somebody who doesn't have strong morals and values on the right side of the fence. Even if you ain't saved, even if you ain't a saint, you ain't sanctified, at least be a good Samaritan, be a good citizen, and don't be running around in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But however you start the relationship and you open the door for things, your husband is going to think that's okay because you allowed it. So as long as you allow the foolishness, he's going to keep participating in the foolishness. Huh? Amen. Was she poor? She was poor. That's what it was. She was poor. Okay. Oh yeah, because I remember YouTube streets. I remember the mom asking Ashley for money because of her boyfriend or something like that. He didn't have money. Hey Deborah, I didn't get my notice. What's going on? I just woke up. I had to take a little nap. I just came on live, girl, to give people an opportunity to join my YouTube VIP. I got my join button so you can actually become members, real members of Twanna Y'vette Speaks. And I'm so happy. Thanks to YouTube. And the first 10 or 15 people that actually join me on YouTube will become mods because I want my members to have moderator privileges. So that's one of the privileges you get as becoming a member of Twanna Y'vette Speaks. But we're just talking about reality shows right now, girl. And Underground Railroad, I just feel like her time is up on the Real Housewives. I just don't see what she brings. Underground Railroad does not bring a whole lot to the show, in my opinion. There are other people who probably think Underground Railroad is great. Like she just has a great storyline and she's pretty and but the thing is with Underground Railroad, just like with Ashley and her granddaddy husband, Underground Railroad is Portia. Deborah said, "Who is Underground Railroad?" We just call her Underground Railroad because about 6 years ago she didn't know what Underground Railroad was. You know what I'm saying? And her granddaddy is Hosea Williams. How do you not know that? And so that just gets me every time I see that clip. She said, but they had to get away. They had to have a way to drive out. Somebody had to be driving the train of the Underground Railroad. So you're telling me that the people were on a train riding the Underground Railroad portion and nobody heard them, nobody felt the earth move while this train was just going back and forth underground. Were trains even invented back then? She brings nakedness all of the time. She can't keep her clothes on. And that's why her hair is called Go Naked Hair. Because I guess she feels like you could just wear her hair and go naked. Jose must have been turning in his grave. I know he was. No, my granddaughter didn't just say there was an actual train underground. So what were the slave owners doing? Were they trying to catch the train, Portia? What was happening? Like when they felt the earth move, it wasn't an earthquake. It's them doggone slaves. They on that train getting away. Deborah said, "Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I don't do any of the housewives anymore." See, I'm telling you, Real Housewives of Atlanta was saved by grace, because if they had brought Portia back, and I already said this, but if they had brought Portia back and or they had brought Nene back, I was not going to watch. I was not going to watch. Have a good night. Who's leaving? Are you leaving? Mia, are you going away? Where are you going? Okay, Mia. All right. She said, "Hey, sis, gotta go. Gotta get the chaps in the bed and get ready for work in the AM." Okay, girl. Hey, Clever. How are you? Yeah, Mia, I'm about to, simmer down. Give me about a good 15, 20 minutes. I was so happy when they made Married to Medicine stop. Okay, we are getting some women of class. And then that fight happened, and I said, these women are just as ratchet as anybody else. Like, I love Married to Medicine, but I do not like the one with the mouth, the one with the weirdness going on. The opportunist, whatever her name is, I don't like her. Quad. She's strange to me. She's very weird. Her accent and everything. I don't understand it. I don't understand Quad. I know that she was an opportunist, and I know that she married her husband to get her foot in the door, and I know that she was Mariah's friend to get her foot in the door. And then, it was kind of like Married to Medicine took a back seat because she was on the talk show. Okay, the Sister Circle talk show. And that's cool if that's what you want to do, but you don't step, on everybody to get your way to the top. I think that was just stupid. I don't like Quad. Quad is an opportunist, and she's ratchet. I don't like her. She has ulterior motives all the time. She thinks she's always right. You know what I'm saying? And when the next season comes of Married to Medicine, I can guarantee you that she's probably gonna throw what's her name? Dr. Heavenly, gonna throw her under the bus, because she's just using her to make Mariah jealous. She had to get another best friend, and wasn't nobody else gonna put up with her foolishness. Jackie wasn't gonna put up with her foolishness. The other doctor wasn't gonna put up with her foolishness. She didn't have anybody else. So, she joined forces with the one person that just hates Mariah's guts, and now that's her best friend. And then when Dr. Heavenly is of no more use to her, she's going to throw her away too. Because the only thing she can get from Dr. Heavenly right now is some free dental work. I'm just saying. Ain't nobody really friends with Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is a little bit too ghetto-ish for the doctor wives and the doctors that happen to be female. She's very colorful. If we can just use that, I'll just leave it at that. I don't think she's right fit for the show. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't mesh well with the other women. And I think if it's Married to Medicine, you need to be Married to Medicine, which is one of the only things Dr. Heavenly has going for her on Married to Medicine, is that she's a doctor of some sorts, and then her husband is a doctor. And I feel like that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for her. Yes, and that's another thing. She can't stop cursing, and she can't stop saying your mama, and she can't stop saying the B word. And I just feel like that is so uncouth and unnecessary. Doctors' wives don't behave in that manner, especially in public. I don't know what they do behind closed doors, but the doctors' wives that I know, they don't behave like that in public. They don't. They do not behave like that. And Dr. Heavenly just should have been groomed or something before she even stepped foot on the show. She doesn't even dress like a doctor's wife. And I guess she thinks that, because she's a dentist, that it gives her a little bit more leeway. But the other Contessa doesn't act like that, but she can. Contessa needs to stop drinking, because when she starts drinking, that's when she gets, a little cray cray. But she's been in the military, so I'm gonna give her a pass. She probably has PTSD or something. I don't know. She's still in the military mindset. Clever says, that's why I don't watch any reality TV anymore. People with class are canceled quickly because they don't generate enough drama. Right. Her behavior is unacceptable for their careers. Exactly. Well, they might be doctors and doctors' wives, but they all are ratchet people with money. I mean, I gotta say, I do not consider Dr. Jackie ratchet. I think that she is probably the woman on Married to Medicine with the most class. Um, and the way she handled everything with her separation between her and her husband, that was a class act. So I definitely have respect for her. I understood both roles, in where, yes, you need to leave your work, or as much work as you can, leave it at the office, because you need family time, even if it's just you and your husband. So I do agree with that, but I don't agree with cheating. So I think that Jackie really handled herself well. And her friend, the other doctor, the other gynecologist, I think she's very loud. Oh, Dr. Simone. My gosh, she's so loud. Oh, God. It's a bullhorn. Like, ooh. Vern, love and light. Mwah. Tell hubby I said hello. Yeah, Dr. Jackie is very full of class, and she should have. I'm telling you, she really handled it like a champ, because I'm j- I anyway. He my husband. So anyway, y'all, it has been an hour and 7 minutes. So my hour is definitely up. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. If you have any topics that you would like for me to share, email me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This was a great talk. I love talking with you guys. I love your comments that you all had. This was big fun. This was big fun. Thank you to everybody who became members. And even if I'm not on live stream, remember that you can become a member. And as soon as you do, you will get your blue wrench and become a mod. So I'm so happy. I'm happy. Like, YouTube is finally paying me attention. So I'm excited. Deborah says, but I tell you, Bravo is making billions of dollars off of Black women fighting each other. Yeah, they won't make any money off of me, but they are. They're making tons of money. And listen, the YouTube streets are talking about the money that the what do you call them? The reality stars are making. Some of these reality stars are getting paid, so I guess it's a win-win, if that's what you want to call it. Clever said it would be interesting to try to put on a reality show full of classy people actually getting their ish together. I agree. I'm here for it. Chop it up. Hey, girl. Long time no see. How you doing? How you been? Why you gonna jump on my show as soon as I'm closing out, though? I'm gonna let you watch the replay, but I love you. Chop it up, y'all. Chop it up news. You changed your name because now you're doing news. I feel you. She be having the 411 on some stuff. Chop it up. Me and you need to keep in touch. Deborah said, all money ain't good money. Amen. Sometimes you have to have some self-dignity, some self-respect, some self-pride. That's why the Holy Scripture said the love of money is the root of all evil. And it is. And I totally agree with that. Loving that almighty dollar. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Chop it up said, no, I've been in the bushes. So you've been creeping in the bushes. You've been paying attention, as old people would say. I feel you on that. I feel you. Well, I'm glad that you're still around. I went back to Instagram, so if anybody wants to join me on Instagram, you can. Let me see what my Instagram handle is, because I don't know right off the bat. I really just inbox people on Instagram. I don't even have any content on Instagram. It is Twanna Y'vette official. I'm gonna get this. Do, 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 do. Let me see. What do I need to do? How do I get my how do I get my I don't know how to get it. Okay, let me see if I did it right. Okay, there I go. All right, there's the link to my Instagram if you guys want to connect with me on Instagram. I do a lot of talking on Instagram. Thank you, hun. But you did take a break for a while, but you're back now, right? You're back because we need that news. Listen, you guys, speaking of inspiration, let me show you guys something. Before I leave, I do not do a good job of plugging myself, okay? But before I leave, I want to let you guys know something. I am a published author. I wrote a book and it's called Our Beautiful Christmas. It is a wonderful story that you can have story time with. It is a stage play, however. So it is written like a play. And I used Lulu in order to get this book published. So it is self-published. Yay. And I'm going to drop the link just in case you guys want to purchase this book. I'm excited for this book. I love to write. I love to be creative. So there is the link if you want to purchase the book. I will also put it in the description box after the live stream so you guys can purchase the book. But again, it's called Our Beautiful Christmas. It is hardback. Yay! And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you. I got a lot going on. I got memberships on YouTube. I'm writing books. I got to keep my website up. Girl, I ain't got no time to sleep. Woo, I got no time to sleep. But I will keep you guys posted on other things. Chop it up. Welcome to the village, my love. So Chop It Up is a member, and you also have your blue wrench. Woo, woo. Hey, girl. Welcome to the fam. I got a squad, y'all. I got a squad now. I have a squad. Jess, I have a squad. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Welcome to the Victory Village. I appreciate it. To everybody who has signed up to become members, whether it was this morning or tonight, I really appreciate you guys. I do not have to be live for you guys to become members. You can join anytime you want. It's only my first membership package is only $2.99 a month, so you won't miss that. I spend more than that on Starbucks, so you won't miss it. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. So let me see. What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to about 4 cases that I have to update you guys on. So I'll probably have updates for all of them tomorrow, except for Tim Norman, because there's no new news on him. And there may not be any new developments until the trial, which is in 3 months. So I'm going to see what happens, with that. But I will say this, if you're keeping up with the case, YL has other charges for totally other cases that don't even have anything to do with the Tim Norman case. So I'm kind of sneaking around his way to see what's going on with him as well. You deserve it so much. You've been through a lot on these YouTube streams. We talked about that this morning, girl. I was like, why are they coming for me? Why do you not love me? Why are you not coming for me? Oh, chop it up. YouTube was messing with you. Girl, YouTube kept me waiting for months. And then the pandemic hit. Yeah. So it seems like now everything is happening so fast. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube bully, you know, she put me through stuff, and then YouTube was like keeping me waiting for my monetization. And then after I got that, the YouTube girl, you know, made some type of report. Then I don't know, she was offended by something I said. Then I had 30 days in the YouTube jail, and it was just one thing after another. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. So yes, I remember that. Those days are all over, and I'm finally growing on YouTube. I'm finally doing what I love to do, and I don't have to, yeah, I don't have to do silly stuff on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like jump off of buildings or, you know, eat a whole cake and, you know, all this. You know what I'm saying? I could just be myself, you know, and talk about things that really matter. And that's what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to just, you know, sit here and just chop it up with you guys. You know, just build a positive community. And that's what it's all about. It's about being with a no judgment zone. It's about everybody, you know, supporting each other. And that's what I love. So I'm excited. I am excited. You're growing by leaps and bounds. I love it. Thank you. I also have Girl Boss Academy for anybody who, and I'm going to leave some information about that on my community tab. So if you're struggling with YouTube and you want me to mentor you, I have 2 spots available for the mentorship. So, because I could only mentor so many people at one time. And then after this semester is over, then I'll get a whole new group of people. So just, you know, stay in the loop. If you ever, you know, need my help, just let me know. Clever Little Vixen says, we're on lockdown here, so I have lots of time to come out for content. Listen, Alabama is, as Medea would say, clank, clank. Like, we ain't going nowhere. It's after 7 o'clock right now. It ain't nothing for us to do. There ain't nowhere for us to go. I can't even go to Taco Bell and get a taco. Okay. We're on lockdown. It's real out here in these Alabama streets. For real. Our numbers are so high. Literally in one day, you guys, I think they buried 420 people in one day. And Alabama is not a very large state, because I used to live in Texas. I've lived in New Orleans, and we're not anywhere near as big as Texas. And this is scary. So you guys, mask it up. I know people don't like to wear masks, but it helps. It really does. And the more, you know, we get used to it. I even have a face shield. I have like, I'll put on my mask and then I'll put on my face shield. I got this one from Etsy, and it sits just like glasses. So I do my face shield, and then I will put my mask on underneath, and it folds down just like this. So you can put it up, and then you can wipe it off because it's acetate, so you can wipe it off real good. And I like that little thing. So I keep that on if I'm like in the grocery store shopping or whatever, and I put my mask on. And I just need to be protected because, you know, my immune system can be compromised at any time with my health concerns. And, you know, I can't catch the flu at this point. Like, I don't want nobody breathing on me. Give me my 6 feet. Give me my 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need all that to be underway. I heard on the radio yesterday something that was really profound. The man was talking about COVID, and he was, you know, talking about the wearing of the masks and the face shields and what was safe and what wasn't safe. And he said something that just made me feel stupid because I didn't think of it. He said, when you walk out of your door, you need to mentally think everybody is already affected by this and infected with the virus. That's where your mind needs to be. You need to take everything that serious because you literally don't know who could be a carrier and you don't know who has it because a lot of times they don't have symptoms like other people have symptoms, so you don't know. And Rick Burgess from one of my favorite radio stations, Rick and Bubba, I watch that show every morning on YouTube, but you can listen to it on the radio. It's a real radio show. Rick Burgess is infected right now, so he's quarantining and he lost his sense of smell and his sense of taste. Some other like minor issues like having the runs and stuff like that. And another, Deshaun Hollywood, he's a YouTuber here with us, and he was quarantined. He caught the virus, and he had some of the similar effects, but it leaves behind damage, and that's what we know for sure. So you guys stay as safe as you possibly can because listen, none of us, life is too short. Don't need anybody out there sick. We've lost so much in 2020. This crap started in 2019, and everybody just needs to be safe and just get that mentality. You don't know who has it. And that's how I'm living. So don't laugh at me about my face covering. And if you live somewhere like that, you have a Ross Dress for Less, they have face shields in there for less than $5. You need to get you one. Exactly. Some people aren't getting those senses back. And I know how they feel because when I had kidney failure last year, the same thing happened to me. My taste and everything went away. And then it took almost a year for me to, get back to normal. Yeah, like sis, you don't know. Deborah said they need to put Houston, Texas on lockdown. Texas and COVID-19 is outrageous. I love Houston. I lived near the Woodlands. I was probably like 10 minutes away from the mall and loved Houston, loved living in the Woodlands area. That was like my stomping grounds. I met so many great people there. I had a commute though, because I used to work downtown for Redline. I worked there for a pretty good while. And I was also a private tutor and did some schoolwork. I taught sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. And then I did part time at Macy's. And I had never been in a Macy's before because we don't have Macy's where I live. And so I had a great time. I had a wonderful, wonderful time in Houston. I settled on working for Paramount and I worked for Paramount until they went out of business. And then I moved to New Orleans. And so, yeah, and now I think Redline Credit Solutions, they're out of business as well. So, but I was in Hurricane Ike. That's when I was in Houston, Texas. I was in Hurricane Ike. I was living close to downtown at the time, and it was bad. It was really bad. And now Houston is having to deal with COVID, and it's horrible. I feel for everybody who's losing stuff and who's going through this stuff. And I think you're right. I think people should, be as safe as they possibly can. And if it will help Houston, Texas, they probably should consider a lockdown. I mean, look at it. I live in one of the smaller states on the planet in Alabama. So if we can lock down, they can lock down too, just to keep everybody safe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Yes, ma'am. I don't go in any stores. I let my children do it because 10 years ago I was diagnosed with lupus and I have diabetes and I don't take any chances. Exactly. Exactly. My daughter lives in the Woodlands. I live in Jersey Village. Really? Oh my gosh. Y'all make me want to travel. Just think when the pandemic is over, I'll be able to do some go-sees. But I gotta visit Doreen first because she came to Alabama before the pandemic to see me and I was so happy. So I have to go to St. Louis first and then I'll come and see y'all. Oh, you had just moved to Houston when the hurricane hit? and Crystal Lake disappeared. Like it was there, and then the next day it was gone. There was no more Crystal Lake. You remember that? Oh my God. I couldn't go to work. I couldn't go downtown because all the high rise buildings, they didn't have any glass. All the hotels were like washed with water. Like, oh my God. It was scary because I had never been in a hurricane. I was in the middle of my bathroom in my apartment complex, and I was just praying to God, please don't let my apartment complex get swept away. Like I was like so glad that I was inner city, because if I had been in Baytown or Crystal Lake, I would be dead. I would be dead. Like I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So that was a blessing. That was a blessing in disguise. I was just like, I don't want to die. And I heard my windows shaking. And the only thing that happened where I was concerned is a tree limb went through my back window. That was all. That was enough. I was like, thank God. But when we got in the car and we were going, around the neighborhood, I mean, like whole brick walls were like just collapsed on cars. And, the hotels didn't have any, doors or windows. And downtown was just like demolished. And I mean, it was just, I'd never seen anything like it. It was. I had never seen anything like it because we don't get hurricanes here. So I was tripping. I was tripping out. They were like, get home, get bottled water, do what you can. You need to be safe. We didn't have any cell phone activity for days. And then the army came out and they were giving us these rations, like these meals, because we didn't have any electricity. So we had to use the rations, and they like would self heat. So we had to do that. Like it was just scary. Like it was really scary. And I told my pastor and first lady, I said, I don't know what to do. We don't do this in Alabama. And they said, don't worry, we're going to take care of you. You just need your bottled water, and, you need to stay hydrated, and you need to, stay inside. They're going to get everything, but I had like a little bit of water in my apartment, but it wasn't enough to be like, yeah, oh, I'm flooded. Like it was just when I walked to my front door, because I had a 1-bedroom. And when I walked to my front door, I could see water on the inside of my apartment. And when I opened the door, it rushed back out. So I was like, thank God, because everything could have been underwater. Like it was really scary. And I was scared to death. I was like, I want to go home. But we all made it through safe, and I was thankful. I'd never been in a natural catastrophe except for April's Fury, which happened here in Alabama. We got hit with over 100 tornadoes. And when I tell you, like, whole restaurants, whole farms were disappearing because the hurricanes were just hitting everywhere. And it was over 100 hurricanes at one time that tore Alabama apart. And I just was shocked. I literally was just shocked. And it happened so quickly. And then the tornadoes would go away. And then, this bright light and everything is shining. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, Tanya, thank you so much, Maud, my new member. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really fixing to go. Look, I've been on here an extra 30 minutes. Deborah said in Corpus Christi, we grew up around the hurricanes. I lived through Hurricane Celia. That hurricane was a Category 5. Listen, scared me to death. I'm glad to be here to tell the story. But for real, I got to go. Okay. Because I could talk to y'all all night, and I got stuff to do. I gotta go check on Uncle Luke and make sure he's okay. My sister Doreen is fine. She's in the chat, and don't forget to text me. Let me know everything the doctor said. The girls in the sister circle are praying for you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for making my night. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all so much. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Mwah. Bye, y'all.